And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie. And what was they said for you to be everybody be careful on you since you're a year older now?
Yeah, they said don't give me a hard time. I'm a year older than what I was last time y'all saw me.
Did you have a good birthday?
I did. I had a great birthday.
Did she whoop you up something big and get you a cake? What'd she do? She slipping already?
She thought I was crazy. I told her, I said, come on, let's go to town. And she said, well, where are we going to eat? I said, well, this is what I feel like today. We whooped up in Chick-fil-A. And she said,
romantic.
You're wanting to go to Chick-fil-A? I said, well, God's chicken. I said, so we're going to go in here. And I like Chick-fil-A.
Oh, it's wonderful. I enjoy it myself there.
Yep,
but I would have thought, since y'all are still in that honeymoon period of, what, 2-3 years?
Yeah, 3.
3 years, that she would have wanted to have taken control of the situation and made her man a big meal. That's what I would have thought now.
Well, our house is in disarray right now.
Disarray.
We're trying to move this and move that and clean this and clean that.
It's a disarray.
A disarray.
So Odie is telling me he's eating out a lot during his disarray days.
That's it. When we get the new kitchen, I guess we'll have to celebrate that sucker pretty good.
It is tough when your house is like that. I can remember putting down flooring, and man, that really just shakes up the house there for a little while.
Oh, yeah. And then you can only work on it a few hours a day.
That's right.
So it takes a little extra time. But hey, this is all going to be great when it's all said and done. And
we wanted to wish somebody, hope they are feeling better. Bill Reinhardt, we understand, is under the weather, Odie.
And he is on here with us every morning. And I just want to say, prayers are with y'all.
Yeah, we hope you get to feeling mo better and mo better there.
And we've got some more prayers to send out. I got a call Saturday, and that was another reason I was on call this weekend, and I didn't want to go sit down with a nice dinner and get in the middle of it and something happened, I get called out. But our prayers, our thoughts, everything are with Vince Vincent and his family. Vince got a call Saturday, I believe it was, and had to rush to Florida. His 4-year-old grandson went to go live with the Lord.
Oh, no.
And don't have any particulars or anything like that. But
now, everybody who doesn't know Vince, what does Vince do?
Vince is the fire marshal for Meridian Fire Department. Worked with ATF. He is a good old dude. We've known each other forever, grew up together. So thoughts and prayers go out to you and your entire family during this time and traveling back and forth from Florida. So, Vince, we love you, brother. Prayers are with you.
Yeah, that's I don't even know what to say in a situation like that.
It's hard to even fathom.
It is.
I hate it. I just don't know what else to do but pray. That's all we can do.
It is. Fort Leavenworth. Are you familiar with what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There's lots of talk about they've run out of money on the base, and they're looking at tearing down part of the housing that's been there. Oh, some of them 185 years old. They're on up there.
Well, isn't that where they made little rocks out of big rocks by hand?
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, by hand. We'll see what becomes of it. Maybe there's a lot of historic homes. If you'll look at this, here's one of the homes that's on the base there. This comes from Daily Mail. That's one of the homes that's endangered. I think we got another picture of another one here. Here's a front porch of one that's absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
we certainly hope that they can save these homes.
Yeah, somehow.
That would just be a shame to lose such a rich history. We hope that doesn't happen there. How'd your weekend go overall?
Hey, the weekend went great. Really did. Just had a good time and stayed inside. It was a good day for a duck. It rained and
Yeah.
but hey, now it's going to get cold and cold.
And if you don't have gas or firewood, do that first thing today because it'll get down to 28 to 30 tonight. What do you need to do with all these plants and things?
Yeah, look, our plants are blooming, and if you've got flowers out there in your yard, you need to cover them with something, a blanket. You need to cover it with some plastic, something that's going to hold in a little bit of moisture, a little bit of heat, because it's going to get cold.
If we look at radar here, all of this blue is a freeze warning. And if you'll see that until 9 a.m. tomorrow, this is going to start in Texas, go all the way through the Carolinas, all across here. So be prepared. Angie was talking about her blueberry bushes. She's afraid that they would die. That happened a couple of years ago.
Yeah, you're going to have to get a towel or a sheet or something at least and put over those things and hope they last. But, man, I mean, right here at Easter time.
Haven't we had this problem
Springtime.
with like oranges and things like that?
We have.
And
then
then
the price skyrocketed.
Orange juice gets out of hand.
Yeah.
And
It
that-
gets bad, kind of like them crawdads.
Yeah.
That's why I don't eat crawdads. Well, one reason I don't eat crawdads.
You know, you just
There's a
don't
few
like 'em.
more I ain't going to tell you on TV. But y'all can imagine why I don't eat a crawdad.
But there are so many people that love those things. I'll eat it, but I'm not going to fight you over it. But there's some people that's just a way of life.
Oh, they're not going to live right unless they get a bag of them things. Ooh.
Yeah, that's different.
I'll cook them for you, and we can have a good time. But I'm going to have me some shrimp or something before I eat them.
Absolutely, and I ain't going with you to the to the chitlin factory either.
No, we ain't even.
Two
I
things.
ain't even cooking them.
Well, you can't get it out of you. That smell out of your house never goes away.
I ain't even cooking them outside.
But again, there's a group of people that just can't get enough of that. You've got to have like an iron stomach or something. Woo! On the way, we're going to tell you that, show you a picture and ask you, do you know them? Underwear on there.
Diaper head.
Underwear. See if you can identify them. It's on the way next here.
Oh, man.
At the Scotty Ray Report.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel.
Backcountry RV is your trusted RV dealer. Come see the big changes to their location on the 45 bypass. Not only will you find a great selection of RVs, but now you have a more convenient location for all your service and parts needs. Ask about rebates and specials. Backcountry RV is your local authorized Jayco dealer. You can feel the difference in a Jayco. Your trusted RV dealer in this area. Backcountry RV. Exit 157A off I-20 on the 45 bypass.
The Mississippi Blues lady tells us that if you cook potatoes and onions in the chitlins, it kills the smell.
Yeah, but you ruined the potato. A perfectly good potato is no longer edible.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Crawfish is fish bait to me. And a lot of people agree with that. But I'm just Jan Bushman, good morning to you.
All them gully folks, they be eating them.
Well, Miss Gail Williams joining us from Georgia this morning.
Georgia.
As we mentioned, and I want your honest opinion on this, we had a robbery over the weekend, and it was with a gun We've got pictures of the guy arrived on scene and let the sheriff's department do their thing. And then soon after, we got the picture of the culprit that done this. He ran on foot out of the store on Highway 39. But Odie, is this really underwear? Or is it a towel? What is this? Let's zoom in. What's he got on his head?
I don't know. It looks like a big pair of underwear to me.
That does look like bloomers upside the head.
Yeah.
Now, here's another shot of him. Here's a different angle. Everybody get you a good look at that.
I mean, what's it covering up? Because if y'all know him, y'all know him.
Yeah, and then if you're going to do that, why wouldn't you go ahead and wear you a COVID mask too?
Come on. Of course, now, I mean, you've got to have a little bit of sense.
Not to
Go rob a
rob
bank,
Yeah.
or a store. So, yeah, Vicky said it looks like a bra.
That does look like a brassiere.
Yeah. There's that scrap.
But maybe that's a towel, and that's either underwear or a brassiere. Hey, let's go back to this other picture. I can't make up my mind what it is. But this is the store on Highway 39. You go through the red light where you take a right to go to Northeast High School. You go north toward the Naval Base, and it's the Chevron on the left there where Poplar Springs Drive ends into Highway 39. That's the store that it happened at. Raining.
Yeah.
He left on foot running. He would have been running south is the way he went out. Where did he go after that? We don't know. But
Rob a bank with an over-the-shoulder boulder holder, I tell you.
yeah, that's him.
That's tough,
Actually,
man.
it's a store, but
Yeah, store, not a bank.
same. It's still
Same
robbery.
thing, yeah.
With a man. No one was hurt, thank goodness. We do know that, but that's just not smart. Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department is seeking this person. If you happen to know who they are, and we'll post this picture again later today. Hopefully,
Somebody knows him.
and here's as I mentioned, it was rain. Let me just show you what it looked like there. Let's pull this up here, make this a little bit bigger. This is the scene when it happened. Very, very wet. You can hear the rain in the background falling there. This is the store as we were there early that morning. Of course, the Sheriff's Department doing their job, what they do. I'm sure he's going to be caught.
Oh, I have no doubt.
So-
And then it's up to the courts.
Yep.
But we sure hate that we're even having to deal with that type of stuff.
Absolutely. We had another, what I'm going to call is catastrophe, and we got to, and I've got to double check with everybody. We need to make a post on this because the family asked us to do a huge, huge thank you to every volunteer that dealt with this from the fire department, the sheriff's department, to anyone who showed up on scene to fight the fire that happened on Arundel Road. Although the business was lost, the homes that were next to it were saved, and that was, well, thankfully to the volunteer fire departments that put all this out. As we go here to take a quick look of what happened on, this was Friday night?
This was Friday night. Yeah, it's pretty low. I don't know, about 11 o'clock, something like that. I have to go back and look. Pager went off.
And this
Quick
is
response.
on into this, since there's hardly anything left at this point, is it?
Yeah, it wasn't much left. And then it's behind the tin. Some of the roof fell down on top of it. It's hard to get water in there to it.
Now, I have to ask, since this truck is parked up front, did it make it?
It did. The headlight was bubbled, but was able to get in there and move that truck back and get it out of the way. You can see the trailer down on the left.
Is that melted?
It is starting to melt. Was able to protect that structure and fight the fire at the same time. This was back off the road a little piece. Hard to get trucks down in there. Hard to get water was not the easiest thing. We had to pull in 2 other tankers from other departments. So we had 4 departments that showed up to fight this fire.
And there's another home here that was saved
And there's
also.
another home right there that was able to contain this fire inside that building, and then start to make progress with it once we were able to get through the walls.
So, and again, a big thank you to everybody who showed up on scene
Yeah.
and helped with this, because
Lost Gap was there, Meehan was there, Clarkdale was there, and Collinsville was there, and guys showed up. was able to get some people on the scene and battle this blaze and get it contained. And that was the biggest thing, was protecting these other structures.
And thank heavens it was. No loss of life or injury.
Exactly. No loss of life. No one was hurt.
It's a win-win no matter how you get into this. So
Yep.
We're so thankful that here's a couple more pictures, some early on pictures that I got.
Don't know the name of the business. It was a mechanic shop, an 18-wheeler mechanic shop.
Let me see. I think I've got the name of it on this. That's just a different look of it there. Big Rig Repair. Well, that may not be the actual name of it. That's what it was sent in to me. Arundel Road. But of course, they worked on big rigs. They had tire. You name it, it was inside that building because they work on things.
Yep.
And I don't know. You never know what causes stuff like that, like the fire out at JWC, to where the trucks just caught on fire.
Yeah. It could be a number of things. It's excuse me. It's under investigation.
Yeah. So we do hope to find out more on that. As we do, we'll let you know. And again, a big thank you. We tip our hat to each and every one of you who showed up and helped out with this. We had a
Braxton said it was Big Rig Repair Service.
That's the name of it?
Okay.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
John Hollingsworth is with us. He was here. Braxton was the incident command. John was there fighting fire. So, and they're joining us this morning.
Yeah.
Look at there.
Big thank you to y'all. Speaking of that, we're going to have some guests this week. Collinsville Baptist has done a lot of great things. They sent some folks to, we all know what spring break is.
Oh, yeah.
What goes on spring break, Fort Lauderdale and Florida and those areas. They sent a group down to I guess the word is to disciple to folks during that. They're going to come in on Thursday and tell us about that.
That'd be good. We got Oscar Warren here tomorrow.
Odie's going to be volunteering. Don't send me to the beach.
Don't send me to the beach.
Go tell people about God. Please don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who'd you say is coming in tomorrow?
Oscar Warren.
Oh, Oscar.
Daniel Mabry, Lauderdale County garbologist. Going to talk about illegal dumping, your trash cans, the big dumpsters out at the county yards. Trying to get some people, let's clean this place up. And he has done an awesome job since taking this position.
Now, does he do city and county or just county?
Just county.
Just county, okay.
Yep. He works with the city to get things going inside of it, but he works out in the county.
Okay.
And he has definitely been a great asset to Lauderdale County. That's for sure.
Without a doubt, it's just no. And y'all see this, and we'll talk. I'm gonna have some more pictures and stuff tomorrow. We'll talk about this more in detail when he comes in. Y'all remember, and they would probably say that it is wrong to play it these days. But do you remember when we were kid, the Indian warrior that sat on the hill with the teardrop running down his eye with the Don't Litter campaign? You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly that right there.
That was a very powerful campaign.
And it showed him up there just looking down and crying. Chief, wow, I can't think of his name. The Iron Horse Cody. Thank you, Brenda. And Terry had it. Yep.
Yeah. It's just been forever since I've seen that.
And if I'm not mistaken, the first time someone got to the $1 million question on who wants to be a millionaire, he was the answer.
Oh, was he?
And the guy said, I'd like to use a lifeline. And he says, okay, who you want to call? He said, my dad. So he said, all right. So they called his dad, and Iron Horse or Iron Eyes? Maybe it was Iron Eyes. But anyway, he said, hey, Dad, it's me. I don't need your help. I just called and tell you I just become a millionaire. Iron Eyes Cody. Okay, not Iron Horse. Iron Eyes Cody. Yeah.
Let's see here.
We need to find out because we got another Iron Horse. Iron Eyes, I believe, is what it is.
Here's the ad. There you go. That there it is. Going back to the days there. Pollution is a crying shame.
Iron Eyes Cody. That's what it is. Eyes.
Yeah, it's
Iron Eyes.
But that was a powerful campaign. Whoever came up with that years ago did great with that.
Yeah.
On the way, we're going to tell you about, gunshot victim. What we know about it over the weekend, what happened here, someone was taken in for, they got hurt. We'll tell you about that next with Scotty Ray and Odie.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun & Pawn.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinara Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie as we begin such an early Monday. And again, we want to warn you of the freeze warning that is coming tonight, where temperatures will drop from this beautiful 50-something degree weather to 60 today down to 28 to 30 tonight.
Yeah, be careful with your pipes, too. If you have any exposed, you want to make sure we wrap them back up.
That's correct. We don't want anything happening.
Plants, all that, be careful.
All right, as we mentioned, there was a gunshot victim. And as we dig deeper into this person will be rushed to a hospital for a self-inflicted, and then it turns out that somehow or another it was fragment that hit him instead of the actual bullet. So it hit something close to him, and then the bullet would bounce and strike them is how that happened. Obscure, but things like that do happen, we understand.
Yeah, don't play with guns.
Yeah, that will get you there.
Yeah.
Treat every, and seriousness, treat every gun as if it's loaded. Doesn't matter. I've had, and you have too, how many times have you ever had somebody in a house that is trying to zero in a scope, bore sight it, and guess what was in the gun?
Yeah, it was loaded.
Blow out a window.
Come on.
Accidents happen, so treat everything respectfully as if it is. If you have never touched it, assume something's in that chamber there. We had I guess we could call this we're going to call it a disturbance out on Homestead Road. As the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department would show up, some warning shots were fired, Odie, 2 or 3 in the air there. As they come up, there would be a fight. Someone was taken to the hospital for medical care. It's uncertain if they fell off a hood or were slung off a hood. I don't know all the details of that, but it was some type of argument going on there. A little small injury there, but Sheriff's Department is investigating that. If you saw a lot of blue lights headed toward Homestead,
That's what it was.
that's just off of the northeast. Let me put this picture back up here. This is just off Marion. This is the Northeast Industrial Park, and this cuts up there where it goes to Tulane is where that is. If you've never been down
Comes
Homestead
back
before.
down to 80.
Yeah, sure does. Kind of connects there. We did have a car hit with gunfire over the weekend, Odie. I know you're not going to believe it.
I wake up Monday morning and you tell me this stuff and want me to believe it.
I know it's unbelievable, isn't it?
It's just
especially when I tell you where it was.
Uh-oh.
Back in Zero again.
Ooh.
There's, and there's 2 big areas in Lauderdale County and the county that situations happen. There's a place in Southeast, and there's a place that I guess you'd call the Long Creek area, Zero community.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Acres is where we had to yet again for car hit with gunfire. It looks as though the window was blown out by gunfire. Now, from individuals, I got it was several gunfire in the air or noises. This is what our official word there came from the deputies there of Lauderdale County. They did show up, and it appeared to be that, and they're investigating who done what. At the end of the day, a car was shot. This would be at the what they call the Clarkdale. It is in that area, Clarkdale, some rental property down through there, and I can't think of it. I wanted to say the Clarkdale Mini Mall, and it's not.
Now let's see. Well, that's off of Mini Farm.
Yeah, it'll come to me in a minute. But Jeffrey Acres Road is where it's located. That's where all that happened this weekend.
Wow.
Again, no one hurt, no one injured with that. Thank goodness. But it still did happen. Now I'm going to bring up this next subject because it did happen. I report a lot of things that others do not. I report this because there was probably every cop available in Meridian headed that way. Every cop that was available in Marion responded to this. There was a call that come out and they said, "What's that?" Oh, it sounded like gunfire. Ooh. It was at a school, at the football field. Lamar is where it was reportedly. Someone blocked a vehicle in. They didn't know what was going on. After the cops arrived, it was determined that it was fireworks. But still, it was at a school. You had every police available respond to that. Now, I'm going to tell you what something's about when it happens, and that's what went on. There was no arrest, maybe a ticket. I'm not sure what went on at the end on that part, but it ended up being fireworks that happened. And that's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth that went on there. So in case you saw all of that happening this weekend, that's what went on.
Well, you know, being a school, you want them to respond like that and find out what's going on. And, you know, why are you shooting fireworks?
Yeah, that's to be determined. And then I got some ugly notes sent to me over that, which was not nice, but, you know, so be it.
But is Lamar in the city or is it in the county?
It's the city.
Well, it's illegal to shoot fireworks in the city wherever you are.
Correct. That's illegal also.
So
there was a lot of things that wasn't right there. And no one was hurt at the end of the day, but when something happens, we're going to let you know who, what, why, and that's the whole truth and nothing but the truth. As we go to our next one, Sunday was one thing after another, Odie. It was like this. If you were a policeman, drove an ambulance, or a member of a volunteer fire department, it was not the day to quit smoking.
No, and don't put dry clothes on.
It was the interstate all the way up and down it, one wreck after another. Let's just take a look at one of our first ones here. I-20 eastbound 150. You had to use caution there. That was a single vehicle accident. Let's get into some of these. This is our what we call dead man's curve coming into Meridian.
Yep.
The 59. Split. A Lincoln Continental is no more. While this was going on, we had a second wreck, Odie. Look at that height. Just tapped them trees.
Wow.
You can see the car sliding sideways and just bam, bam, bam. And what is this we have? Oh, look, another wreck.
Oh, I bet that was a rubbernecker.
I don't know. I just know it happened at the same location.
Just throwing that out there.
Also, mile marker 171 out by the Bama state line.
Right there by the way station.
Yeah. 2 accidents, same location, within 10 minutes apart, Odie. It was just...
I tell you, it's that's tough.
Yeah, that was a heap of it. Let's see here. I come up on another incident at 40th Street. This intersection, if you're coming from town going to North Hill Street on 29th Avenue, you come up on a hill here at 40th Street and 29th Avenue. Look at this. This is it. Firemen out helping direct traffic with the police there. The wreck is on the other side of the fire truck there. 2 vehicles involved. There you go there. But you see, you come up on that hill, and you can't really go around it. The road was blocked. You had to take a left to go around this or go back to Poplar Springs Drive, one of the 2 ways out of that.
Yeah, that's a 4-way stop.
Yep, it just sometimes gets confused there.
Let me tell you.
What you gonna
We
tell
need to start back some driver's ed.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Mississippi Highway Patrol no longer, you don't have to take a driving test now, do you?
That was during COVID. I hope they changed that.
I don't think they have.
But people either need to go to the eye doctor because they can't see, because they blind everybody, because they don't know how to use dim lights. Bright lights. And that burns me up. And then people just can't drive. They don't know how to do intersections. They don't know who has the right of way. They don't know how to approach a turnaround. People just don't know how to drive because they don't teach it anymore.
Let me ask you something. Last night, I decided that we wanted to splurge and we needed some chicken for supper. I wanted something. I wanted some chicken. So I drive up to the window, and it's $49.04 for the family chicken. Now, that's kind of high for chicken, number one.
So you had to buy the whole family of chicken.
Yes, I got the whole family. I got chicken, and chicken. $49.04. So let's test Odie's arithmetic ability here. I hand a $100 bill and a nickel. Again, it was $49.04. Now, what do you think I should get back in change?
You should get $51 and a penny.
I got $50.96 back.
And it was not worth. It was not worth sitting there going, now let me educate you.
Odie, this is bad. And the sad part is there's a computer now that tells people what to give back. You know, but that really confuses people when you're trying not to break a dollar and you give the there's a whole generation that don't get it.
Oh, they don't have. You're not going to scam me, huh? Daddy would always, okay, I'm going to hire you if you pass this one last test. You pass it, you're hired. And they say, okay. He said, I want you to stand over there. And he said, I'm the customer, and you just rung this up, and it's whatever. And I hand you a $20 bill. Give me my change back. And if you could not count your change back,
you didn't get the job.
You didn't get the job.
But occasionally, I've gotten a bill that would be like $41.04, and I had a $50 bill. So
and I got 4 cents.
Yeah, well, I would sometimes hand $1 and $51 to get back a 10.
Yeah, I've done that too.
Oh, dude, you want to talk about off the whoop?
Yeah, I've gone in with a $2 bill. Well, this isn't real.
God bless Miss Nell Taylor. She taught me years ago, count to the nearest quarter. If you're in retail, you count.
You do.
Don't look at what's up on that screen. Count in your.
$47 and some odd. You go, $5.
It's $4.23, and they give you a
25,
2 cents and 3 quarters.
75. Yeah.
We're gonna hold class one day. Y'all stay close.
We do. Maybe we need to do that. Maybe we need to do the Scotty Ray and Odie School of Common Sense coming to you an hour a day, pay-per-view only.
Pay-per-view only.
Send your kids, and we will educate them better than whatever they're getting now.
There you go. We're going to check history. That's coming up next with Scotty Ray and Odie. Y'all stay with us.
Spring is finally here, and at Paris Kubota, we currently have just under 500 mowers in stock. Z-Series 42-inch for only $43.99 cash or around $86 a month, and we're offering free delivery and pickup. And did you know for only $4 a month, you can also add a Husqvarna handheld to your deal? Come see us, Meridian. We've moved to our new location, 2401 Jimmy Rogers Parkway. Stop by in and find you one of these great deals.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group. Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rock House Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rock House Gun and Pawn. Countless stories are pouring in of people that just tried to get change of, there's no quarter, so I can't give you back 75 cents.
Yeah.
Deborah, that is hilarious, because that does happen. And then the story of the 2 cents, so you can get back a dime instead of more pennies.
Yeah. Come on, people.
Because Angie always, whenever we're somewhere, I'm always the one with the change in the pocket to work, because I don't want any more change. I want back folding money. After you break it, whether it's 100, a 20, a 5, or what, it's over.
It's gone.
So I always try to, and Angie just looks at me at my contribution.
It doesn't. It's amazing on what we've lost.
That's correct. It's a lot out there. All right, as we fold back the times of the days of history and we start out, we go to 1852. This is a name that you're going to know. It was probably in a lot of Westerns where I first saw it there. It was sitting on top of the stagecoach.
That's it.
Wells Fargo came into business today in 1852. That's how they took it on those stagecoaches.
Had passengers with them.
Can you imagine? Think about that. It was our only way of travel before the train really got popular. But those stagecoaches, can you imagine how hot it was inside that box riding across the desert there?
Oh, it's got to be terrible.
I wouldn't want to go to San Antonio for nothing.
You know, no. And you're on there for a couple, no. And then you're on one that's carrying money. Guess what? Chances of it getting robbed just escalate.
1933, we lost a business. It went bankrupt today. Now, I never owned one, but I hear they're collector's items now because of this. Anybody remember the Studebaker Company? Bankrupt today in 33. Of course, that was during the Great Depression. There's a lot of things that folded during that time that went belly up. 1938, Mississippi gave one of the greatest people that could ever sing to the world. He was born today. Sledge, Mississippi, as Charlie Pride was born.
Charlie Pride.
You got to kiss an angel good morning. Love her like the devil when you get back home. Oh, and of course, who could forget, is anybody going to San Antonio? Sleeping under a roadside table is warmer than sleeping in my king-size bed.
Ooh.
Painted a picture, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Remembered well. Who remembers the scandal that went with this?
Oh, yeah.
She became Miss America, and then soon after, we would see the pages of it between a girly magazine.
Yeah.
Vanessa Williams was born in 63, and, well, it would come out not long after that. Matter of fact, they took her crown away, didn't they?
They sure did.
And you never think of the runner-up of actually ever being anything other than runner-up, but she was promoted.
Hey, can you come to the office?
Come on down now. 1965, it would be the #1 song in America. People still sing it today.
I've got a
Tiger by the tail, it's plain to see. Love that song. It made Buck a household name. It sure did there. He's a picking and a grin. Queen Latifah, anybody know her? She was born on this day in 1970. She's done some pretty good comedies. She sings too, doesn't she?
She does sing.
I don't know all of that part, but I have seen her in a few movies.
She was she was doing that commercial, don't do drugs.
I missed that one.
Yeah, she did a big don't do drug campaign and got busted for marijuana.
Can't make this stuff up, y'all. I didn't know that. Ooh, have mercy. Let's go back to 1974. It would be released to radio today. A little girl would hear it, and later on she would record it for a movie and even make it bigger. Everybody wants to re-record this song as Dolly released I'll Always Love You. So who do you think of in your mind, Porter, or do you think of Kevin Costner when you hear the song?
Kevin Costner.
Okay, just checking. But almost when you think of Porter, you think of that song, Blinded by the Light. All that rhinestone. Don't never put a flashlight on him, you'd be blind.
Ooh, that's his own disco ball.
Oh, 1975, this would happen the first time and only time that a character off of MASH was killed.
Yeah.
Taken off the show. As we go back, this was it, 75 there. McLean Stevens' character, Henry Blake, was killed.
Wow.
I'd forgotten about that, to be honest with you, because then Potter was there all of a sudden.
Yeah. And I couldn't remember how he left. I learned something.
Yeah, I'm more of a Blake fan. He was funny, and Potter
he was the better one.
Potter was just stuffy.
Yeah.
I don't know, didn't do much for me. I heard this yesterday, one of the songs that they done, and as I heard it, I leaned in to the speaker on my phone to try to understand the words. And it was still hard for me to try to understand. They had like a different language of their own. Something like that. Now I know that these couldn't have been attractive men. There's no way that women found this like the men to stare at.
They saw their pocketbook.
I mean, the closer you look, the worse it gets. As we go back to remember,
the Bee Gees.
Night Fever was #1 in 78. Man, that on the left there's kind of scary.
Yeah, he is kind of scary.
But seriously, I I can tell by the way you dance was the only words that I could understand of that John Travolta. Because then they get into a high-pitched sound that I'm not sure that it was English language.
I have to go back and listen to it. Yeah, I listened to it.
It's pretty hard to understand there.
I like their music.
Probably, some rank this as the number one. Some rank this as the number 2 song of all time. And, of course, I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry would be the number 1 or number 2, depending upon where you are.
Yeah.
But by far, it's no doubt that this is either the number 1 or number 2 song that was ever written in country music. And y'all know what I'm going to say before I spit it out. But on this date, March 18th of 1980, the possum would, and I'm not going to say he walked in because I'm pretty sure he stumbled.
He stumbled twice.
Do you know why I know he stumbled?
Because that's all he did was drink.
Well, he was drunk because he could do the lyrics, but if you know in the song there's lyrics where he goes, well, we all wondered it should show. He couldn't do it because, he had been drinking and he couldn't talk the song. He could sing, but he couldn't do the talking part.
Yeah.
So he had to come back the next day after he'd had a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
See, Stop Loving Her Today was recorded.
I'll love you till I die.
That was just very strong. And y'all, I can't tell you the amount of times that song has probably been true.
Wow.
They never stopped loving. She thought he'd forget in time, but he never did. I remember this as a kid, 1981.
I loved the show.
It was funny.
Yes, it was.
He wasn't good at what he done. He didn't get instruction manual with the suit, did he?
No.
Didn't they travel around in a motorhome or something?
No, that was Shazam.
Okay, yeah, that's right. They had the blooping thing in the middle of the motorhome.
Yeah.
Y'all remember this guy? World's Greatest American Hero? That was funny. I really enjoyed that show. It just didn't last long enough. But I sure liked it there. World's Greatest American Hero. Maybe you remember it there. And what did that sign in the middle, what was that on his chest?
I can't remember why they came or how they came up with that. Or that may have been, I guess it came on the suit.
He came on the suit.
Because, it was a briefcase that came with the suit.
Yeah.
I had to go. I'd like to go back and watch it again.
We need to go back and do that. 1987, this would be a remake, and it would do well for this guy. Little sister, don't you do what your big sister done. As Dwight released it. It was a great song. That was a Hillbilly Deluxe album, one of the best albums he ever did. They Learned Reading, Writing, Route 23. Go back and listen to that. If you don't own it, it is well worth having in your possession there. Dwight Yoakam. Also, 1989, Ricky Shelton would have a number 1. From a Jack to a King. If you want to talk about somebody that went away, that would be Ricky Van Shelton. When he retired, he retired.
He went and found him a drink with an umbrella, and you hadn't seen hide or hair.
I mean, you don't even hear sightings of Ricky Van Shelton. He could probably walk in anywhere where nobody know him because there had been a picture made of him. Oh, man. Who remembers this? 1990, Hard Rock Bottom. Well, it did come true for him.
Yeah, it did.
Randy Travis, one of the greatest voices that ever hit country music. And who could forget this magical scene?
Yeah, you'll all know it.
Odie wore out 3 VCRs pausing.
Yeah, that was back in the day where it didn't pause exactly when you hit the button. And
but
you had
this,
your friends over trying to get it to hit just right.
This is probably one of the most talked about scenes that ever hit movie theaters. Anybody remember this?
Yep.
Basic Instinct. A rabbit, she just whooped it up. It's kind of scary, but things like that do happen.
Oh, yeah.
Zsa Zsa Gabor. Anybody remember that name? Oh, she had to file bankruptcy today, back in 94.
Wow.
Not sure who was in charge of her financial planning, but it didn't work out too well for her. This is probably one of my favorite songs that he ever done. Live Until I Die was one of his first song that he come out with. And then he came out with, well, there was this woman, there was this man, and he went number 1.
I remember that song.
The video was pretty cool. Clay Walker, nice guy. Liked him a whole lot there. We go back to 2000. It was a self-penned song that showed, well, I've made it.
Oh, yeah.
To
the executives that didn't think he had a chance.
That's right. Filmed it right there from the 50-yard line and 12 to that old girlfriend.
Yeah.
Toby Keith released How Do You Like Me Now? Actually, it was number 1 today. Great song. He had such a great career there. God rest his soul there. A lot of you will remember this. Your kids watched this show. Okay, and Odie watched it too.
No, I didn't watch that one.
The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody premiered. This was a Disney Channel show. It was big for that network, though, as we go back. This would be Liam Neeson's wife, who passed away on this day back in 2009. Y'all remember that? It was cancer that took her from us.
I think it was, yeah.
She was a beautiful lady, and we do hate that. Let's see what else happened today. Oh, did you ever watch Rockford Files?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you remember this, so he was his lieutenant that they always reported to on there. Joe Santos, if I pronounced that correctly.
That's right.
Passed away on this day back in 2016. I remember his face being in other TV shows. Nothing major, but he always had those little minor roles in other TV shows. And then we would lose Mr. Turtle Creek when he was swimming. We lost him today.
Oh, swimming across Turtle Creek.
We lost Chuck Berry today. And, of course, Johnny Be Good, long distance information, Give Me Memphis, Tennessee. All Promised Land, Elvis Presley's Promised Land. Chuck Berry did that first.
All right, Sandy's saying head injury from skiing. And now you've really got me thinking.
Was it? We got another one. Rhonda says it was skiing. I thought it was cancer. Oh.
And Rhonda said, yeah.
Okay, well, maybe I'm wrong.
Okay, so we got 2 saying head injury. Yeah, Liam's wife.
Maybe so. Well, I thought I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong on that. Y'all correct me. Look it up. Let me know on that one.
Yeah.
But either way, she was a sweet woman. We certainly hate.
It was a skiing accident.
Yeah. All right, up and coming. More with Scotty Ray and Odie. Don't forget to get your birthdays in. We're going to be giving away this here in just a few. Need your very own coffee mug?
Hyundai of Meridian.
Look there.
Scotty Ray report. Look, you can't beat it.
We'll be right back. Scotty Ray and Odie.
The Preserve at Meridian is the premier senior living community in the Meridian area, offering independent living cottages, assisted living, and maintain their independence and pursue an engaging lifestyle with a robust activities calendar, personalized care programs, wellness activities, restaurant-style dining, and much more. Call or visit us online today at preserveatmeridian.com to schedule your personal tour.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Well, one thing is for sure, we know a lot about these folks, and that's Snowden and Company. Take a look. This is how easy it is to go on their website, and you can scroll down at the many houses that they've got up for sale. Or maybe it's a business that you're looking for, a piece of property. Whatever the case is, they got a bunch of, look at that. That's pretty.
Oh, yes, it is.
Enterprise, Mississippi.
River, and there you go.
Look, they can even buy a gate.
You can even buy a gate.
See it all. They've got so much to offer you when it comes to a home. They know what they're doing. They've been around forever, and it'll be this young lady right here that does it. She does a lot with everybody. Snowden and Company. See Amanda. She's got many salespeople that can help you as well. They'll help you with any type property, closing, selling, the whole 9 yards till it's all done. Whether you're listing or selling, upgrading or downgrading as to the size and, well, whatever's going on in your life right now.
That's right.
A home just for you. Give them a call, 453-3937. Snowden and Company. They'll help you there. Let's see. So many of you having birthdays. We'll check some of those coming up in just a few moments there. We had some more incidents. This would be out on Zero Road. As we take a look here, another little fender bender there that happened early Sunday morning. Well, it's more than a fender bender. That's not going to roll anymore.
No, that one's got just a little front end damage.
Yeah.
A little bit more than buffing.
Yeah, there ain't no buffing taking that out, is it? Rump row. Let's see what else happened here. I believe we had some more pictures of this early, and this is another one of those incidents that constantly a car going off into the bushes there, where the bread factory is.
Yeah.
What is that? 151.
151.
We got a Forerunner that didn't turn out so well. Flippity flip and flippity flap, it rolled. Now they were able to crawl out. They were okay, but man, wow. I don't know. Again, I don't know what it is about the roadway right there. Whether it could be a dip or something there. Watch it when it rains there. Constant wrecks in that neighborhood.
It doesn't take just a half a second. If you're on cruise control and you hit a little patch of water, I mean, it can throw you off. Don't know if that's what happened there. Don't have a clue.
So if you can see there, look at the damage there.
Man.
So that went on over the weekend night. But just be cautious when you're traveling that interstate, that section right there. It's just one thing after another there. Let's see here. We had another one that I wanted to bring up here. Let's see. Clark County. I wanted to do this. We had a couple there, and I want to go back to touch on another thing here. Clark County, as we visit our friends at Clark County Hot Topics, had an incident there out by Cooper's Chapel. That during that rain, those things do happen there. And
it doesn't take much.
Here's one on the interstate down around Enterprise. Always an accident happening there.
Man, they've got an area that has some voodoo to it too.
Right. Now, this next thing that I wanted to bring up, if you own a business and work, and especially if you're opening up by yourself in the early morning hours, always lock the door. No one was arrested, and I don't think any crime was truly broken, but it's a scary situation if you're by yourself. We had someone send in some pictures of a man that tried to get into a business before they opened. Had one of those pipes that they use to partake of illegal activities, tapping on the window with it. They wouldn't let him in. They called police, and this is the situation there where he just backed up against the door. Now, again, to my knowledge, a law wasn't broken, but heads up is why I show this. Of just watch your surroundings is what we're saying. He would ride off on a bicycle into the distance before the Meridian Police Department arrived on scene. No one was hurt, no one was arrested, nothing like that. It's just saying be on your P's and Q's when you're working by yourself. We don't want anything to happen to you. And that's what's important.
Yeah. And Debbie put on here that she wants to say thanks again to the Meridian PD for their fast response to her friend's house being broke into. So somebody going kudos to Meridian PD and the guys who respond there. So definitely, if you've got kudos to go out from the PD or the Sheriff's Department or anybody, let's get that out there. Those men and women need to hear, not every single time they do something bad, but they also need to hear every single time they do something good.
I agree with that 100% there. We go to Jackson, Mississippi. What better way to go to jail than, well, still in the police car?
Like they ain't going to find it.
Yeah, you kind of stick out.
Just a little bit. And that's a car that is tracked.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
GPS, they know where it is at all times.
Wow.
Yeah, he's going to be going to the Crossbar Hotel for a little while there as he visits that. We did have somebody. In Meridian, we like to do it while you're getting your hair cut. Yeah. In Jackson, they wait till you leave to shoot you. If y'all remember, and I say that jokingly, the barber who got shot on 5th Street and 45th, y'all remember that? He got shot in the leg. In Jackson, a man was leaving the barber shop and got shot. Wrong place, wrong time. There's no other way. Do you realize coming up, it's supposed to be the 1-year anniversary of Rolling Fork? It was March the 24th that a tornado struck them. Now, if you hadn't noticed, we are deep now into tornado season. This will carry on till June 1st. So when we talk about it being bad weather, pay attention.
And James has asked on here this morning, and people ask every day, any update on the weather radar? Yes. So We're still in test phase. I do have access to that radar at the office, and we are watching it. We are using it along with our other ones, so it is up and it is running. We've got some training. That company will be sending their meteorologists down here in the next couple of weeks, and we'll get our team together and we'll go through some training and get to understand how that radar system works. That is an X band. We're going from the Doppler. Very well defined. I will say that. Then we'll find out what other radar providers use this information that you could probably do it. And then I don't know, I'm sure, well, I know you can buy a subscription to this, but it's not something that's going to be just available, to everybody.
Gotcha.
But it is a subscription-based service. That's how we can you can look at it at a $10 million deal for free. They're going to make money somehow, and that is selling that subscription to it.
But as you get more information on that,
it's coming up, but we are using it. We are checking it out. It is pretty cool. So that's we got more coming with it.
DeSoto County, Mississippi, over the weekend, someone's being processed. They died while in custody. They were being arrested on charges of drugs, and they passed away while in custody. As always, there's an investigation to make absolutely sure everything is legit and what was going on there. We had a Hancock County jailer get killed in an auto accident over the weekend also. So our thoughts, prayers go to that family there. I think he was going to work Friday night and was in a car wreck and lost his life. We can't...
We don't say a whole lot about them, but we need to give a good shout out and a kudos to all the jailers that work. That's a heck of a job. Thank y'all for what y'all do, and man, I hate that for his family.
Hey, you and I missed a great standoff, but we had it in Laurel, Mississippi. There was a man he was taking some things that wasn't his. He ran inside a house and locked the door, and he remained there for 3 hours and kept the police at bay. He's been arrested. He's down at the Jailhouse Crossbar Hotel now.
3 hots and a cot.
We'll be right back as we'll give away a coffee mug to wind up the day. We'll do that next with Scotty Ray and Odie.
Fantasy Cottage Floral and Gifts is located in downtown Quitman, directly across the street from the post office. They are your one-stop shop for all of your floral, a fully stocked gift shop to roses, mixed flower arrangements, and plants. Whether it be a special occasion or just because, remember them in your time of need for all of your funeral floral arrangements. Call on Fantasy Cottage Floral and Gifts at 601-776-3010.
Your next appliance is waiting on you at All Temp Appliance and Refrigeration on Highway 19 North. If you've been trying to locate a freezer, drop by and see their big selection of upright and chest freezers. A showroom full of stoves, gas, and electric. Maybe it's a new refrigerator from large double doors to the simplest of refrigerators. Name brand washers and dryers like Speed Queen, Amana, and delivery is available. With a great service department to back up what they sell. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. and by appointment after hours and weekends. Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk.
We're back.
This one, we go to Toronto for our next story there, and there's some people that are outraged at the popo. And I have to agree with them on this. They are urging residents, just go ahead and leave the keys out there because they're going to steal your car anyway.
Yeah.
Who tells the general public that it's basically saying it's okay to steal a car if you do that, isn't it?
If the police tell you to leave your car out there so it gets stolen, to me, the police department owes me and your car.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but here's your. It's sensitive.
There you go.
You know, this kind of crap is what's leading America in a handbasket. Y'all, we're holding on to it, and we're going downhill quick in this handbasket because of crap like this. Quit being
up
soft.
150% in that town.
Yeah, quit being soft. Come
That
on.
is it. I agree with you.
Man, these kids nowadays could not grow up with us in the 70s.
I had to read, and this is one of those. We go to New York City. A Burger King is being sued by another business. He's suing them for $15 million. You want to know why? Crime. And I think it's the police's problem. It's their job to enforce, because he's suing them because a lot of crime happens in front of their store and it's affecting his business. So he's suing them for $15 million and say that they should hire security out front to stop it. But there's only so much security can do. Police have to handle illegal activity. A security guard can only, what's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, I mean, they can do citizen's arrest.
But that usually doesn't end up well.
But no.
I don't think his lawsuit stands a chance of making it in court. Yet again, another frivolous lawsuit.
Well, if you can burn something with some coffee.
True.
Then get $3 million for it.
I agree with that.
And you were old enough to know the stuff was hot and it'll burn you. And you win. Because who's paid for that? We are, and we're still paying for it. That was a 30-cent hamburger until that happened. And then it was 50 cents.
True.
And then McDonald's didn't pay for that. We did.
Absolutely. Let's give away a coffee mug.
All right, look here. We got some. Jim, I'm sorry I was out. I didn't get his message the other day, but Harrison Murray, 4 years old Friday.
Wow.
Samantha and Charlie Brown Roberts celebrating 24 years of wedding bliss. Maybe. You know, it's not always real
Clear.
bliss and all that, you know. But Bowen Brunson celebrating a birthday. Gregory Dearman's got a birthday. My buddy Joe Collins yesterday. Happy birthday, sir. And Dana Godfrey Hollern, I'm not sure. Anyway, has a birthday. So happy birthday to each one of y'all and a happy anniversary. And so let's see, we're going to hit the button. Ding, 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 ding. Let's see what we get to. Samantha and Charlie Brown Roberts. Happy wedding anniversary, 24 years today. Winner chicken dinner of the Hyundai of Meridian Scotty Ray Report coffee mug.
Coming up, we'll have a Bible verse to end the day. And I want to bring this up. I've mentioned it a couple times. The whistleblower on the airlines where they've had all these issues. He even made a statement, if I were to end up dead, I didn't do it. Well, he's dead, and they're saying that he did it. And just saying that it's peculiar is all we're saying. We're not accusing anyone of anything. His name was John Burnett. He was found in a vehicle, supposedly of a self-inflicted gunshot, when we talked about it last week. Yeah. At that point in time, I had not seen the video where he said, if this happens, I didn't do it. That's out there now.
Well,
hubba.
Questionable.
Also, you remember the General Hospital star that we brought up last week that was found dead in the field?
Yeah.
She's been homeless. She got addicted to drugs, had nowhere to live. It got the best of her, is what we're finding out from officials. Isn't that bad? To be such a star, going into the homes of people every day, and then to lose everything that you've got to drugs. We hate it. Odie, it's time for us to leave.
It doesn't take much. I want to say thank you to everybody with birthday wishes for me. I appreciate it. And this kid means a lot to me. I've been close with his family, love him to death. I call him Fred, and his wife, she gets Fredette by just being there. But anyway, Caleb and Carson Walters, I want to say congratulations because they brought their baby in this world Friday. Mr. Bo Bradley Walters.
Congratulations.
So, Caleb, Fred, and Carson, congratulations. And today we're going to go to Acts chapter, boy, did I miss that. Acts chapter 10, verse 43. All the prophets testify about him that everyone who believes in him receives forgiveness of sins through his name. And boy, that is comforting to know that all we've got to do is use our direct line, wireless internet connection to the Lord Jesus Christ and have him come into our hearts and forgive us of our sins and give us everlasting life. Have a wonderful day. We love you. We'll see you in about 23 hours. Until then, have a wonderful day.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.